Buenos dias, good morning. Oh, it smells so good. Buenos dias, good morning. It's a moon day. It's a moon day. Let me bless you with some cuenco, baby. Bless you with some singing bowl. Bless you with the singing bowl, baby. Grand rising, grand new day. I know it's early, but I got tea. Hot tea for y'all. If you don't mind. If you don't mind sharing with the other girls, letting them know that that we out here in these buildings, in this stuff. Let me tell you something. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. And when I say the girls, it's the people in the manifestation community. Oh, you. Because they say, oh, what happened there? The girls are fighting because they say it is the way, they say, oh, robotic affirmations. Buenos dias. They're talking about, oh, robotic affirmations is the way to go because the mind learns. My Wi-Fi is acting up. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. What's happening? What's popping? London and the dumping. Oh, I got options. Popping. Oh, okay. Are we better? Are we better? Are we doing better now? Can you see me better? Is it better? Okay, good. Again, Grand Rising. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Buenos dias, Grand Rising. I was giving you some Cuenco vibe, some singing bowl vibe. I know it's early, but we need to start this moon day the right way. We're starting the moon day. Okay, moon daying. But let me tell you about the fight in the manifestation community. So, the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting in the manifestation community. The Neville Gadders, the Louis Hay, the Bob Proctor, the Florence Coverchain, the law of assumption, no law of attraction, no, they fighting. The girls are fighting. I'm like, what happened now, sweeties? What's going on? They're like, nah, because robotic affirmations, robotic affirmations is repeating, 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 repeating. And you pick 1 to 3 affirmations so you don't overwhelm yourself. And you just repeat those affirmations. There was somebody that had amazing results and he did robotic affirmation for 16 hours. It couldn't be me, but anyway, he did robotic affirmations for 16 hours and he shifted his mentality, he shifted his belief because he literally drilled it into his subconscious what he was trying to manifest. So it worked for him. Okay, it worked great. It worked wonders. You had people that have done robotic affirmations live or for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, every time. It had worked for them. It worked. Then you have the people that says, no, robotic affirmation is nothing because the key is the feeling. The key is the feeling. And when you are being mechanical and you're doing robotic affirmations, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. So and I'm like, oh gosh, okay. So it's like, so then they have the list method, but we've done that before, that. But anyway, we have the list method, which is you write affirmations, right? Because you're engaged, everything, your senses are all engaged. You have your sight, you have your ear, because you're reciting it back to yourself. You're engaged. And they they just list affirmations, expressions, intentions, but without repetition. They just do different without repetition, right? um then of course you have techniques like visualization, which we all know. You know, when you get into a calm state and you visualize your life, you visualize your desires, you see yourself in, you know, you see yourself in the desire, you see yourself in the already being there already, and that creates also the state of the feeling. Because when you're visualizing, if you're good at that, some people are not good at visualizing, right? You start feeling stuff, you like, some people's like, oh my god, I felt it so real, wow, like I felt it so real, right? So what do I say here? What do I say here in this beautiful little corner, this little witchy corner of the world that we call Maraja Spiritual Luxury? To each their own. To each their own. What I'm not about to do is to come here and tell you my method is the method. The way I do it is the only way. No, baby, because one of the reasons why we say a spiritual practice is because exactly that. We go with the second word, practice. We need to practice. And the only way to know what works for you is by practicing. A lot of people do a lot of talking, but there is no bite behind the bark. Okay? They talk manifestation, or is that wishful thinking? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I have to journal, I have to, but they don't do it. They don't do it. So I'm not about to sit here and tell you whatever method I tell is the method. No, whatever works for you, that is your method. That is the beauty of all of these. That's your method. Some people swear by scripting. I do. I love scripting. It has worked wonders for me. Some people swear by scripting. Okay, then script. Some people are great at visualizing. Sometimes me with my ADHD brain, I drift. I go somewhere else. Sometimes when I'm trying to visualize, because I'm a medium, you have a spirit that say, oh, she's in a calm state, let's get the message to her now. And then next thing you know, I'm having a full-blown conversation with somebody's grandmother. So visualizing is a little difficult for me. It's a little challenging. You know, so if somebody comes and tell me visualizing is the only way to manifest, if you're not able to visualize, then your dreams will never come true. And I would look at that person at the face and be like, you're lying. Because I'm the testimonial. I have so many things manifest for me just in the last week alone. So many like testimonies of how good the universe is. How good does it get? You know? And how much of a magnet we are when we really put our mind to something. But I love affirmations too. And guess what? I've done robotic affirmations and it have worked. I fell asleep with the wishful feeling, you know? Oh, let me fall asleep with this wishful feel, like, oh wow, yes, how good does it get? Or isn't it wonderful? I've done all of those meditations. I've done all of it. Some of them work for me. Some of them I haven't seen the results that I want, or they move a little slower for me. But we're not going to be over here fighting about if robotic affirmations of the list method is which one is the best, which one is the truth, and which one is it. They all it. Whatever works for you, that's it. That's the message I want to tell you this morning. Whatever works for you, that is it. And maybe you have a plethora of methods that you want to try or that you're currently trying. Do it. Do it. Do you know what I noticed with the and I don't care who gets mad, who watch this video later and gets mad. I don't care. Okay, but I'm letting you know. One thing is, I'm gonna tell you a joke, but I'm not ever gonna tell you a lie. Let me tell you something. You know what I noticed with this manifestation community? A lot of your favorite manifestation gurus, actually enjoy of some sort of privilege, right? You don't get to tell me, oh, I manifested this $1 million, you know. I took, so I took this the last $1,000 I had in my account, and I told the universe, multiply it. So I put it in this business, and the universe multiplied it for me. Sir, if you have a last $1,000 to spare, you were not struggling. So I went and I asked my father for a loan, a $10,000 loan, and I'm saying, God, multiply it for me. Universe, I trust you. I'm gonna have faith. We, we multiplying this money. Girl, if you can go to your dad and ask for a $10,000 loan, girl, you ain't struggling. You don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your money, no, I do not feel familiar nor identify with your manifestation methods. Sweet pumpkin. Nothing wrong with it. But baby, my approaches is for people that are really living paycheck to paycheck. You know? Not anymore, because we over here manifesting our best life. We have this beautiful money challenge, and we are getting out of the rat race through the power of manifestation, the power of intention, the power of our mind, and the blessing of our benevolent ancestors, right? But if you have $10,000 to spare, $1,000, you know how many people can't even save $1,000? Literally, they literally living paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, that's who my message is for. So we have a different crowd. Honey, we have a different crowd. We're talking to different people. A lot of my people cannot identify with your bougie messages. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're going to be in the bougie crowd soon. But we're coming from a different level, you know? So we're going to use everything and anything, I got your Bonanza oils, working on shipping them out today. We are talking to a different crowd. We are moving in a different way. Because it's just we. We are manifesting our best life. We are getting out of the rat race. We are getting out of only wishing, or only thinking that good things only happen to other people. We are. But our approach is completely different, because we didn't, we don't have the cushion, the leverage. We're coming from the bottom. We're talking about people with buying food with EBT cards. I don't think a lot of these manifestation gurus are speaking to those people, or to that, to that level. They've never had, they cannot identify, and that's okay, because it to each their own, like I say. But they cannot identify with the hoodlings. They can't, because they never been there. The most some of these people have done is eat a little bit of ramen noodles in college. That's it. That's it. They don't know what it is to have to feed your kids ramen, because there is nothing else to eat. And that's okay. And that is okay. Because we know that every single thing that happened in our life does not make us a victim. Baby, we moved out of victimhood. We moved out a long time ago. Oh, I mean, some people are in the process of packing. But we moved out of fucking victimhood. Of the victimhood, we moved out. We are in victory. We are in I receive. We are I got it, I want it, I got it. We are in I know everything is possible for me. We are in I know good karma is coming my way because I'm a good person. We are in I don't know how. Maybe I don't need to worry about the how, but I am certain that every single of my desires is coming to fruition. Where I'm not a victim of my circumstances. Everything is happening for me, not to me. That's where we're at. And just like that, we did the list method. We said, I don't know how many affirmations. Right now, we didn't repeat any. That's what, so you get into a drill. That's the list method. You get into a drill where you just keep speaking it, speaking it into existence, and you just keep coming up with affirmations and reasons for why you should trust the universe. And I am grateful for this, and the universe favors me, and I'm God's favorite, and I'm have lucky girl syndrome, and everything happens for me and not to me. That right there versus robotic affirmations is I deserve good visit me. I know, I am certain that I deserve good visits my life. I know and I am certain that I deserve good because I am a good person. I know and I am certain that I deserve good visits my life. Everything works on my favor. 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 Every single thing works on my favor. Everything works on my favor. I am certain that everything works on my favor. That's robotic affirmations, the difference of the two. You caught it? You caught it? Are you catching what I'm dropping? Are you catching what I'm dropping? Boo boo. Okay? So that's the difference of the two. And the two are as powerful to me in my book, in my head, in my spirit. I feel they both are powerful. They are both powerful. But the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. Why? Because we are humans. We are humans, and humans always want to be right. Everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be the guru, the teacher, the master manifestors when we all are. Let me tell you something. I want to leave you with this message as well. I don't want you to feel that anybody can manifest better than you. I don't want you to feel that anybody is more powerful than you. I don't want you to ever feel like, oh, I have so much to learn. Baby, we all learning as we go. It's that and our lessons are all different because we are all in different, life paths. So my lesson might not look like yours. That does not mean that my lesson is more valuable than your lesson at all. I can manifest something in 3 days. Maybe you manifested in 3 weeks. That doesn't mean that my manifestation is more powerful than yours. We are just in different timelines. Everybody's moving at their own pace. You're going through your own life lessons. I'm going through mine. That doesn't make me more powerful than you. We are all master manifestors. We're always manifesting, and you know that. You thought about something, and then next thing you know, it appears. Right? You thought about an opportunity, next thing you know, you get the phone call. You didn't know how to pay this bill. All of a sudden, you put your trust in whatever it is. You lit that candle. You said the affirmations, and then next thing you know, boom, an unexpected check in your bank account. You were able to pay the bill. Or somebody came to your house and was like, hey, God told me to bless you with this $300. Boom, you paid it. You been manifesting. Our problem and our discontent coming from oversaturating ourselves with manifestation videos and thinking that because it's not working like the people in the videos, then it's not working. That's a motherfucking lie. That's the lie and that's exactly, you're making it a reality because that's exactly what you're believing. You are believing that your manifestation is not working because it's not working exactly like the people in the videos that you're watching. So you made that your reality. You yourself made that your reality. I need you to snap out of it. and to understand that you are a master manifester. You've been a master manifester. You manifested being alive right now watching this video. You manifested a beautiful community that we call the Mermaid Kingdom. You manifested a beautiful community of like-minded people con tremenda ricurita, everybody. Everybody people. You manifested your reality. Good, bad, regular, blah, blah, blah. Just you manifested it. And the same way you manifested some, like I said so many times, and I'll say it again. The same way we drove out the car, our car called life, the same way we drove it to a place that's called I don't like it here, we can reverse and be like, I'm driving my way to wish fulfill. I'm driving my way to everything is amazing in my life now. I'm driving my way to thank you God, won't he do it? I'm driving my way to I love it here. You can do it. You can do it. The same way you drove your life to a destination, through your thought, through your actions, through the decisions that you made in life, etc., etc., through your life lessons. Now you might be at a point in your life where you're like, really, I'm not comfortable here. I don't like it. The same way you did that, you can drive yourself back to whatever destination you want. And it might be in 2 months, it might be in 2 years. You determine how long you're going to take on that ride. Understand that you are a fragment of the divine intelligence that we call God. You are a fragment of the divine intelligence, creative force, all-knowing. So if my dog has a puppy, that puppy is not an alligator. It's a dog too. So since you are a fragment of divine intelligence, then you are divine intelligence. Since you are a fragment of creative force, you are creative force. Now you determine what you want to create. If it's easier for you, because that's the vibration you're in, to always be complaining, to always be whining, to always be crying, to always see the negative, then that's what you're creating. And guess what? You have to be okay with your creation. That's what you chose to create through your thoughts, because your thoughts are the creative force. Now, if you decide, okay, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm sick and tired of being in this situation, I am done with this, I decide from today that I am shifting my mindset and I am going to start the good in things because I deserve the good in things. I decide through my mindset that I'm going to interrupt myself whenever I see myself going down the stream of negative thoughts, and I'm going to replace those thoughts for positive ones. I consciously decide that I want to change, that I can change, that I deserve the change, and I'm going after that change actively. Then that's exactly what you're going to create. In Mastermind Monday, when we were doing Mastermind Monday, Prophet Cosmic said to us, God is always saying yes to all of our prayers. And a lot of people didn't get it in the beginning, because we think that prayer is only when you get on your knees, you close your eyes, you put your hand in certain position, that's the prayer. Prophet Cosmic explained to us, a prayer is your thoughts. Your every thought is a prayer. So everything you're thinking, God is saying yes to. And a lot of us had an aha moment and a cold glass of water just thrown at our faces, because it's like, damn, all I've been thinking is negative shit. And God keeps saying yes to it. That's why I am stuck in this never-ending cycle of negativity. So I have to change my prayer. meaning I have to change my thoughts. Baby, that only happens with practice. Let me tell you right now, that only happens with practice, especially if inherently, and you guys know how big I am on ancestral honoring and elevation, especially if inherently you come from a family that has a pattern of negative thinking and pessimism. A lot of people have that. If inherently you come from lineage, you come from a pattern of people that all they see is the worst that could happen, they tend to be very pessimistic, and they tend to always, put themselves down and play dumb and play small. And unfortunately, that's the pattern that you inherit from your ancestors, living ancestors and deceased ones, both. Your work is, how do I break this pattern? And that might be you breaking that generation. That might be your generational curse. Because some people think that generational curses is only physical things, like alcoholism or, mental health issues and stuff like that. Some people's generational patterns and generational curses are actually the way of thinking. Some people have a very small way of thinking inherited from the people that came before them, from their family lineage. So that's the curse you need to break in your generation, in your lineage. The curse of negativity, the curse of pessimism, the curse of never seeing yourself as deserving of a blessing, of a miracle. A lot of people don't think they deserve a miracle, and they be very glad when it happens to other people. But underlying, they're like, it would be nice, but it never happens to me. And maybe your grandmother was thinking that same way 50 years back. And your great-great-grandmother was thinking the same way 200 years ago. And you have not broke that pattern. Sit down. I invite you to sit down and listen to the people in your family. See if your mom is always complaining. See if your grandma always has some negative thing to say. See if whatever a situation arises, they always go to the negative, the worst that could happen. And then analyze how you think. And be like, damn, I got this from these people. I got this from these people. See if your dad, your uncle give up before they start. They have brilliant ideas, but they never execute. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a really good idea. Oh, millionaire. If I do that, I will be a millionaire. Okay, so why don't you do it? What's stopping you? That's $1 million idea right there. That's $1 million idea right there. But let somebody else do it. Because I don't feel I'm capable to get it done. Even though I came up with that idea, I don't think. Just sit with the people around you. Sit with your family. And see the patterns in your own family. And then make a choice. Because trust me, your shift is in your choice. Oh, okay. Espérate un momento. Dilo de nuevo. Your shift is in your choices. When you start making better choices, your life is going to start to shift. And sometimes the choices are about thoughts. Choose to think better thoughts. Choose to think positive thoughts. Choose to see the better in people. Choose to see the better in yourself. Choose to speak life over you, your kids, your business, your state. Everything that touches your sphere of influence is a choice. Something happened in life, you choose if you're going to be downer Debbie or, bitter Susan, or if you're going to be happy Becky. And sometimes you got to get the Lulu with the shit and be like, okay, I know the 3D is kicking my ass right now, but guess what? Good things come to me because I deserve them. Good things come to me because I deserve them. Good things come to me because I deserve them. And you might have to use the robotic affirmations in that moment. Because you might need the reminder over and over and over again in your life that that's what you deserve. To break you out of the pattern of negativity. And then you might use the list method. I am a child of God. I am the chosen one. Life smile at me because I'm smile back. Money comes to me because money loves me. I am a magnet to good things. I am a magnet to good opportunities. Good luck knocks on my door and visit me. My life is blessed. My children are blessed and healthy. I am protected. Everything works out for me. Everything works out on my favor. It feels really good to be the favorite of the universe. Hey, universe, show me how good does it get. Surprise me. I am certain that every single thing in my life is going in a better direction because I am going in a better direction. Etc., 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 etc. But it's one choice away, one decision away. And it's up to you when you decide to do it. Nobody's putting no pressure on you because it's your journey. It's your life and your journey. Like I say, comparison is the killer of joy. And a lot of us have fallen into the trap that of comparing ourselves to the manifestation gurus that we watch on this channel, on this platform. So we start comparing our life to their life and our results to their results, and we feel inadequate because shit is not working as fast or as good as it's working for them. And I say to you, are you living their life or are you living yours? You're living yours. You're going through your own experiences. You're going through your own life path. So stop comparing yourself to people. And what I will suggest you do from now that we're starting this beautiful journey of, summer money challenge, what I suggest you do is stop watching manifestation channels. How to manifest quicker. How affirmations change my life. You know what affirmations are. You know what decrees are. You know what scripting is. You don't need no more videos explaining to you how to do that because you already know it. Stop doubting yourself. I need you to take the training that you've had for all these years, watching the same shit over and over and over. I'm taking classes. I'm doing manifestation Mondays, mastermind Mondays, etc., etc. I want you to take the training and put it to practice. The training that you already have, because you already have it. You already know. You're all knowing. You know what to do. You know what to do. It's about execution. Execution. So when are you going to grab, finally, the journal and the pen and actually write shit in it? You know what it is to journal. You don't need to find another book or person or video to tell you how to journal. All you need is the journal and the pen. And sit down. Sit your ass down and write some shit down. You know what an affirmation is? You know what a mirror look like? You go and you stand in front of that fucking mirror and you say your affirmations. Oh, but I don't know what to say. Whatever comes to mind first. And then polish it. It's called a spiritual practice for a reason. You gotta practice. You get better as you practice. But how are you gonna get better if you don't start? How are you gonna get better if you don't start? Start with something, anything. Be it robotic. I don't care if it's robotic affirmations. I don't care if it's the list method. I don't care if it's visualization, journaling. It does not matter. Just do something or do it all. Put it to test. I'm gonna practice only robotic affirmations for a week. Let's see what results I get. And document your results. Okay. Case 1. Now I'm gonna practice the list method and see what I get from it. Okay. Boom. Just try it. Stop watching people tell you what to do and how to do it. Just do it. Get it done. That's my invitation. Let the girls keep fighting. Because the girls are fighting. They're creating a whole bunch of confusion in the manifestation community. Now people are fighting on which method is the best method, which one should be done best, which one works the fastest, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. A lot of people want to manifest so fast that they missing completely the lesson in whatever situation they might be going through, right? So some people need to learn, for example, to make themselves a priority. And if they manifest something right now, they will squander it on other people because they never learned the lesson of making themselves a priority. We also need to understand that, like I said, we are all going through our own personal lessons and our life path. So I'm pretty sure right now, if I don't know, let me put somebody as an example, Janet. I'm pretty sure right now, Janet hits the lottery. Janet is not probably going to make herself a priority. She will not go and seek. And I'm not saying no. It's just an example. Please don't take it personal. But I'm pretty sure it's like, oh, she's not gonna go and think about getting a financial advisor so that she knows how to invest her money, where to put. Right away, she's gonna be like, oh, let me do this for my daughter, and let me do this. Let me do this for this other person. Let me do this other thing for this other person. Oh, let me pay this person's college tuition, and let me do this person. Hello, hi, welcome. Hola, ¿cómo estás? You know, let me do this, let me do that, whatever, right? So maybe the lesson, in order to unleash that lottery blessing into her life, the lesson she needs to learn is, how am I not going to squander this money and be broke 1 year later? Because how many people hit the lottery and it's they 2 to 5 years later they back in bankruptcy because they had no financial, literacy, right? So maybe some of our lessons is we really need to take some financial literacy classes so that God can bless us with large amount of money. Because right now, if He put it in our hands, we won't know how to administrate it. We won't know how to administrate it. Right? So each one of us, and then created that consciousness of, I trust myself with large amount of money. I am wise. I can make wise choices with my money. Let that be one of your affirmations as well. So that you start creating that consciousness. I trust myself with large amount of money. I am wise with my money. I make wise choices with my money. I make wise investments with my money. I know how to invest my money. Because some of us, I'm pretty sure, it's not gonna be thinking about doing no investment, putting no money in the market. We're gonna be trying to see how we're gonna go to the outlets and start. And now we're trying to stunt on the. Oh, I'm gonna buy me the Louis Vuittons. I'm buying me a Balenciaga. I'm buying me and the universe, God looking at you like, girl, that's not what I said. You're gonna have time to do all of that, but that's not what I said that for. You said you wanted to create a legacy. Let me put my foot this way. You said you wanted to create a legacy for generations to come. I don't know how we're creating that legacy buying Balenciaga. Where is your plan to invest in that real estate portfolio? Balenciaga was not in the plan. The universe looking at you like, so you lied to me? So you lied to me. You told me you wanted financial freedom. You told me you wanted financial freedom. You told me you wanted to create a legacy for your children, and generations to come. But the first thing you do is go to the outlets to buy liabilities and not assets. No real estate portfolio. No land. We're not buying land. Not real estate portfolio. No. Are we starting the homestead? Are we creating the trust fund? Or are we just gonna have the money to let anybody anything happens to you, anybody come and take it, and then your children fighting in court for it because you failed to do a trust fund and a living will? But the thing is, to educate ourselves about trust fund and living will, we don't need to have the money though. You can start educating yourself on that now. So when you get it, because I know you're gonna get it. That's the thing about me. I know you're gonna get it. Every single thing you ever desire, you will get. So I need you to start creating the space for that blessing. Prepare yourself. Do you know what a trust fund is? Do you know how to create one? A living will. What is the process of a living will? Does it need to be notarized? How do you notarize it? How do you go about it? So I need you to start making the space for that big blessing that's coming. Don't be rushing when the blessing is already here. Now you're rushing. Now your cup is full and you're running around with the cup and the water spilling. Relax. When you get that full cup, you should be laying nice, legs crossed, enjoying that beautiful full cup that had just been handed to you. So start preparing yourself now. What your investment plan look like. And I want you to start thinking big. That's the problem. A lot of us don't make a plan because you can't even phantom yourself in that position. But you're playing to win the lottery. Make it make sense, mijita. Make it make sense, mijita. You don't make the plan because it's like, oh no. Why not? What's stopping you from making the plan? Oh, because I don't have the money yet. And not having the money will never stop you from making the plan. Make a plan for $50,000. This is my challenge for you this moon day. This moon day, in this beautiful moon day rising, I want you to take $50,000. And I want you to break down how you're going to use your first $50,000. Break it down for me. Exactly. When you get that full cup of water, you should be sitting pretty like the Empress. Not running around like the fool. I'm sorry. But the fool, you put, when you go to tarot, you put a full cup of water in the hand of the fool and it will spill because the fool is la da 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 dee da da. It will spill. The water will spill. Now you put the cup of water in the hands of the Empress, it's going to remain. But take $50,000. Take $50,000. Okay. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. For this beautiful $50,000 blessing. Okay? Thank you, universe, for this beautiful $50,000 blessing. What you gonna do with the first $50,000? If the first thing that comes to mind is I'm gonna go get me those Louis Vuittons, you need un despojo mental. You need some help, a abrogation. I don't know. Let's work on that subconscious. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna pay off my credit cards. How much money do I own? Do you know how much you own credit cards? Have you sat, or you're too afraid to look at your debt too? You can't be afraid of debt. Don't be afraid of that. I'm speaking for myself. Don't be afraid of that. Sit down with your credit cards, each one of them. Make a list of how much you owe in each one. Take notes of what's the interest in each one of them. It's okay. It's okay. Look at your choices, because that was your choice, right? Look at your choices face to face. The same way you want to look at your blessing face to face, look at your choices face to face. So you, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so with my first $50,000, my first, because it's not going to be the only one. Hello now. Ow, 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 oh! My first $50,000, I'm paying off this much, this card. I'm paying off this other card. Okay, I am investing in an investment property. Let's say a three-family home. Three-family home. Renting 2 units, Airbnb in 1. It's gonna take you through a rabbit hole. Next thing you know, you're thinking like an investor, because you're gonna be like, okay, which area do I want to rent? Which area do I want to own my property based on income and rent average? Okay, so I'm gonna do it on the south side, for example. I'm going to buy my property on the south side. Let me go to Zillow and see how much the properties are going for. There you go. Thinking. Okay? Oh, it's going for 2,000. Oh, 1,800 a month. 1,800 a month for a two-bedroom. Okay, good. So I'm gonna get me two-bedroom. Then how much are the mortgages going for in that area? The mortgages are going for, I don't know, $3,000. Okay, boom. That means my two rental units are gonna pay for my mortgage and the insurance in the property, and then the Airbnb money is income, is all revenue. Great. Boom. In that area, how much the Airbnbs go for a night? Okay, boom, boom, this much. That means if I'm completely booked, my Airbnb is completely booked for 2 months in a row, that means I have this much revenue in 2 months. Wow! Look at you making future plans with your first $50,000. If thinking that having $50,000 is still resistance, if it sounds like a big number for you, like a too much of a big number for you, then we have to work on the wordiness, and the receiving factor. Do you feel that you can receive $50,000? Do you feel worthy of receiving $50,000? Why the number 50 creates resistance? Why the number 50 creates resistance? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's not doable? How? Does the question how comes to mind? Then we work on that resistance through affirmations, whatever method you decide to use. I don't care if it's robotic, I don't care if it's the list method, I don't give a damn. But you're gonna work on getting yourself comfortable. It's like, why do I encounter so much resistance when I hear the number 50,000? Why do I encounter so much resistance when I heard that number? What is it about that number that I'm not comfortable with? Why am I thinking about the how? The how shouldn't be my problem. I got this $1,000,000 idea, and if it's a $1,000,000 idea, I'm going to make $1,000,000, maybe more. You know? What do I need? A plan, an execution plan, and actually do the action, the inspire action, whatever that is, whatever that looks for you. But see how you feel. See how much resistance you feel. Put a number. It might be 30,000. You know, it might be 100,000. I don't know. See which number. See what's your limit when it comes to resistance. Do you feel like, do you deserve it? Do you feel that it's doable? Do you feel that it's attainable? And then the why now. What's standing there? What's standing there? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it that's not letting these numbers flow? Because right now, if you think about it, baby, money is numbers in a screen. When was the last time you touched cash? It's algorithm. It's zeros and ones. It's magic. It's magic. It's trust. You catch at me the other day, 55.55 for a road opener service. I haven't touched that money. You didn't touch it either. It just went from your screen to mine. Do you understand that concept? Do you get the sorcery? Because I don't think a lot of us are getting the sorcery. Do you get the sorcery? Let me read you. I don't know if you're getting the sorcery. Did you saw the money? Did you touch it? Most likely you didn't. And then it went from your screen to mine. Just a number. And I trust that that is tangible money that came into my bank account when I withdraw it from Cash App to my bank account. Nothing tangible was touched. Was nothing but zeros and ones, algorithm, a number. And I believe. A number in the screen, and I believe. So how about visualizing? You already know how your Cash App, you already know how your Cash App screen looks like, and when the money comes in, what it looks like. How about you visualizing that number increasing? Just visualize it. Create the sorcery you too in your head. Exactly, like Janice said, she didn't put it in an envelope and send it to me. It was a number from her screen to mine. It was a number from her screen to mine. Hocus pocus, abracadabra, kasham, boom, psh. Quantum jumping from her screen to mine. So guess what? It can quantum jump right back. It can multiply. Put your mind to it. It's a sorcery. Right now, the money game is a sorcery. Right now, the money game is sorcery. The paper and ink, the paper and ink that we call money is not backed up by anything. It's not backed up by gold. It's not backed up by silver. It's not backed up by land. It's not backed up, it's backed up by faith. We got faith that still has value. That's it. And money transfer right now is happening easier than back in the days because it's literally just numbers in a screen. Sparkle says, every money I circulate or every money I invest comes back expeditiously. Amen. Ashe to that. Yes, and so it is. And so it is. All the money you circulate, all the money you invest comes back to you expeditiously and multiplied. Expeditiously and multiplied. Money goes out there and make little friends and babies and come back to me multiplied. Because you deserve it. Because you deserve it, man. Anyway, I love y'all. Listen. I don't even know when I make these notes, to be honest with you. But I took these notes from somewhere, I believe. And I say here, the only difference between money and wealth is time. The only difference between money and wealth is time. It's not the same to make. It's not the same. It is not and it is at the same time, if that makes sense. But let me break it down. To make $500 in a month, the $500 in a week, then $500 in a day, then $500 an hour. The only difference between money and wealth is time. So the people that are making $500 an hour are the wealthy, right? The people that make $500 in a day, they getting money. They're probably wealthy too. The people that make $500 in a month, they still making money. They still making money. But yet they are not getting to the wealth status because it's time. It's time. The only difference is time. It's the same amount of money. It's the same amount of money. The only difference is in what time you made it. In what time you attracted it to you. In what time you manifested it. That's the only difference. So the only difference between money and wealth is time. It is not the same to make $500 in a month, $500 in a week, $500 in a day, or $500 in an hour. Hey. Listen, baby. Start making your plan. What is your plan when you have this 300K? When you have this $1 million? When you have this 50,000? What is your plan? Start educating because start making the space for the money to come in. How many you gonna put on the trust fund? How much you gonna put on the trust fund? What are the requirements for the trust fund? For example, my partner, he's a trust fund baby. He got a trust fund from his father. But the father had stipulations for that trust fund to be liberated to him and, One of the stuff was he wanted him to be involved in his long time in his end of life care. He's like, I want my son, since he's a nurse, I want my son to be the head, whatever is happening. I want him to make all the choices on my end of life care. And I want him to be there. I want him to be present. By the way, this is wax. This is wax. I want him to be present. I want him to be involved. And if he does that, right, then once I passed away, the money can be released to him. If he was like, I'm just gonna put my father in a home, I don't want nothing to do with it, blah blah blah, then the money will not come to him. So you decide the money that you attracted, you manifested, you cultivated, you work for, you work with the universe, you broke the cycle. That money that you making, that foundation for that legacy, you decide how it's gonna be distributed to the trustees, right? So my children need to be involved. They need to make sure that they invest 100K of it in real estate, 50K of it in the stock market. That's a stipulation in your trust fund. Or whatever you want to do. Maybe you just want to give it to them and whatever. Let them squander it and then back to being a broke generation again in one generation. I don't know. Whatever rocks your boat. Right? But anyway, what are the stipulations that I'm going to have in my trust fund? How do I want to elaborate my trust fund? Look up trust funds online. There is like free templates, and see how you're gonna kind of make yours. See where would you like to invest when it comes to real estate. Do you even want to stay in the US? Do you want to invest in the US but they go live overseas? Which property management company are you gonna use to manage your properties while you're living your best life overseas? Or are you going to appoint a specific somebody and train that specific somebody to be the property manager while you're away, because you don't want to pay a whole fee for property management? You know, who's going to be your plumber on call? Who's going to be your carpenter on call in case something breaks in the property and it needs to go be fixed while you're out there living your best life traveling? Make plans. Not just that, you're making plans, but you're getting yourself in the feeling, in that luxurious feeling. Now you're feeling like a landlord. Now you're feeling like an important business person. You know? You got this, I'm about to open my second franchise for my business. Why? Because I can. Which location I'm going to open my second franchise at? You know? What my employees look like, what the energy inside the place look like, what is going to be the decoration. Yes?
Can I get in the shower or wash my hair, like to put the shampoo?
Yes, but can you please go ahead and, because I can smell, can you close the, turn off the stove for me?
Okay.
Thank you. You know, like how, go, or maybe your goal, hello now, hey, I'm not, maybe your goal is like, yo quiero ser una mantenida. I want to be a trophy wife. I want to be a trophy wife to a very extremely wealthy man. I don't want to work a day in my life again. I don't care, baby. Maybe you don't want to be in the entrepreneur's trouble wagon. It's fine. I am a kept wife. I am a kept wife. And I go and do Pilates in the morning. And then I have coffee dates with other kept wives. I go to the spa once a week. My husband works. He's so amazing. He travels. He loves me. He takes care of me. I don't gotta work a day in my life. I'm out here making videos on YouTube because I got so much time. Because I'm a kept wife. See yourself as a kept wife. What's stopping you from seeing yourself as that? Because these niggas ain't shit. Because these niggas ain't shit. They're always messing around doing whatever. Because this thing I said, that's the mentality you need to work on. Because you keep thinking that these niggas ain't shit. You keep attracting ain't shit niggas. If you're a kept wife, you think like a kept wife. And you attract that husband that will be willing to keep you. Make the list. He's loving. He's a provider, natural provider. He loves to invest in my dreams. He believes in me, and I believe in him. He's extremely wealthy. We can live comfortably just with his salary. Bam, 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 bam. Make your list. He's respectful. He's devoted to me and our family. Ra, 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 ra. Where is the resistance when you're saying that? Because you have the belief that all men are the same. Then that's the belief that you need to work on. That's the belief that you have to choose to shift. You see? As you make your list, as you're going through your practice your training, because you already have the training. You've taken the classes, you watch the videos, blah, 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 etc., etc. You already have the training. So, as you're going through your training, as you're practicing your training, putting it to practice, you will encounter where are still resistance, where is still the resistance is. And you just focus on working on that resistance, dissolving that resistance. But get started. Like I say, grab your journals, grab your piece of paper, grab your books, notebooks, whatever it is, and tell me what's the plan for your first $50,000. What's the plan for your first $50,000? And we will see each other on Zoom. Because I'm coming back. I'm going to come back over here and we are going to do the rampage of affirmations. Affirmations. We're going to go from robotic to the list method. We're going to do everything. I'm probably going to be writing the affirmations as I'm speaking to you. And I'm just going to stay on camera doing just solely affirmations. You can go back and use that same video. You can play the video in the background while you're doing housework or whatever to imprint those affirmations in your subconscious, and work in reprogramming your subconscious mind and making, getting yourself ready to receive. Because it's coming. It's about preparation. It's like you're trying to fit another couch on your living room and it doesn't fit. So we got to take that old couch out. We got to put it on the sidewalk with a little sign that says free. Somebody else will take it. So that we can bring that new couch in. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. You decide how simple or how complicated it will be. That's your choice. You decide that. You decide how smooth this journey will go or not. Because life will be lifing. How you react to it, that's your choice. Or your training. Hello, because some of us, like I say, some of us are operating through the training of our ancestors, living or dead. Right? Sit down and analyze how your mom used to react to things, how your dad used to react to things, how your grandma used to react to things, how your auntie still reacts to stuff. Are they down or Debbies? Do they always look at the negative stuff? Are they pessimistic? Do they tend to complain? They have a tendency for complaining. Sit and look at that. And then look at yourself. And just understand that you're a product of that. So maybe that's the generational curse that you need to break. The generational curse of the stinking thinking, of the pessimism, of the negativity. It's not so much the alcoholism or external things or physical things. It's more like a mental thing. Right? So once you analyze that, because where do I get this from? Why do I always gotta think this way? Because maybe you inherit it. Maybe it's inherited. So that's when the ancestral work also comes in. Elevating your ancestors, having the conversation with your ancestors. I sat with my mother. My mother's picture is right there. I sat with my mother the other day, right here, and I was talking to her, and I'm like, I understand that there is some concepts that you don't get, and you maybe might never get. Because you never lived this lifestyle. You never lived in the US. You never lived in capitalism. You're only used to the Cuban system. So your mindset, your mentality when it comes to money, finances is very limited, extremely limited. So you might not be the proper ancestor for me to sit and ask for financial blessings because you don't know what they look like. But I'm gonna give you light so that you don't become a blockage either in my blessings that's coming to me. So I know if I come here and I sit and I come in front of my Boveda, my altar, and I speak to my ancestors and I'm talking about, I really need this $3,000 because I gotta pay off this credit card. Some of them might be looking at me like $3,000 because they never saw it en su puta vida. They never saw $3,000 all in one place all at once. So I might be asking them for too much. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about so I want her to focus on keep protecting me and my children and guiding me. Focus on that. Don't focus on the financial part because it's not it's she won't be able to relate or nor help me with that part. So keep in the protection part. Keep in the loving, guidance. Stay there. I'm gonna keep giving you light. I'm gonna keep elevating you. And you stay on that part, in the part that you can comprehend, the part that you feel familiar with. Leave the other part alone. I can't go to my mom to ask for money because she never had it. She never had it. She never saw $3,000 all at once in her hands, ever. So what do I look like? Pushing her out of her comfort zone on the other side. Like, girl, stay to what you're good at, which is loving me and protecting me and that type of stuff. It's all good. It's all good. So that's when I go to Aguedo. That's when I go to Aguedo Barberia, my pimp uncle. My uncle that was a pimp and that had hoes working for him and that had a whole bunch of, always had money and drove the last model Chevrolet back in the 50s. He always had and abotonaduras de oro, his buttons of his undershirt, his wife beater shirt, they were gold and gold teeth and shit. Him, the pimp, the one that worked with these, the one that used to have a mechanical shop to fix cars and people used to pay him cash and always money was flowing. He's the one I need to go to. He's the one I need to go to. So you need to be clear on whose ancestors you're working with. Which one you ask for what. And some of them you really can't ask for shit. All you can do is just give them light and prayer. Offer them prayers and light. That's it. Because they really can't help you with certain things. They can't resonate with you in certain things. You cannot go to ancestors that work their whole life to ask them about entrepreneur advice and ideas. They don't have it. They don't have it because they were never entrepreneurs. They stay in their comfort zone. They work. They went and they clocked in and out. They had a salary and they lived that way. You cannot go to them asking them for inspiration to how to be an entrepreneur. Honey, please. Honey boo boo, por favor. Honey boo boo, please and thank you. Let's be real and keep it real. You can't go to them asking them for entrepreneurship advice. Make it clear for me what I should be doing now, ancestors. Make it clear for me. They're gonna be like, clock in, bitch, clock in, 9 to 5. Get a real job. What you want, baby? Get a real job. Go ahead. Go ahead. Start sending your resume out. That's the message you're gonna get from them. And then you're gonna feel confused. Because damn, I feel like I'm not doing the right thing. I keep going to my ancestors and talking to them. Your ancestors are giving you what they have. And you know what they have? How they lived. And you know how they lived? Clocking in and out and working for the man. That's what they're giving you. What do you want them to give you? They cannot give you no ideas for how to do this business and be an entrepreneur because they were never one. You're the one breaking that cycle. You're the one breaking that cycle. So the only thing you will get from them is support in the form of protection. Support in the form of protection. But they cannot really guide you in your entrepreneurship adventures because they were never one. Did we ever thought about it that way? You know? So, same thing that happened to me with my great grandmother. She's standing on the way of me leaving my ex-husband. Why? Because she lived her whole life with a man that she was not in love with, but he had the resources to take care of her and her children, and he was extremely abusive to her, and she stayed. So that's the only thing she knew. So she thought I had to go through the same and repeat the same pattern. So I said to her, I need you to move all the way before I drop you from this altar, because I'm not playing with you, and I'm going to be out of here, and I promise. And she was like, okay, don't drop me from the altar. I'll move to the side. Do what you got to do. Please be safe. Here we are 5 years later. Haven't disappointed her yet. Didn't have to go back. Being able to feed my kids on my own. Etc., etc., etc. But she couldn't give me something different because she didn't live a different life. So in her eyes, I was supposed to continue this pattern. I was supposed to endure. Endure the abuse. Endure. Because at least you have a house. Okay? You have some sort of security. It's chaotic security, but it's security. So this is where you're going to stay. You know? We don't do divorce in our families. That's not what we do. So, again, I'm pretty sure you get what you get what I'm trying to say. We have to be mindful when we are involving our ancestors in our manifestation practices. We have to be very, very mindful because not all of them have the same mentality. Some of them cannot help us with certain things. They really can't. They just can't. So it's our responsibility to use discernment, to of course keep giving them light so that they do the work that they are able to do, which is protect you, etc., etc. And what is left to say, this is your time to execute your practice, your training. Time to execute your training. You got the training. You know what to do. You know what to do. And it doesn't have to look perfect as long as it works for you. I don't care what technique you're going to use. If it's going to be robotic affirmations, if it's going to be the list method affirmations, if it's going to be journaling, if you're going to visualize, I don't care if you're going to do a headstand and scream to the universe with your feet in the air. I don't care. Whatever it is that you are going, technique, manifestation technique that you're going to use, that's up to you. That is up to you. And guess what? It's perfect. It is perfect. It is exactly what you need. And it will work. It will work because everything works for you. Yes, it do. With that being said, I love y'all. I really do. I'm getting to work because I have to send you guys your oils, right? We got some bonanza oils coming your way. I hope you're excited. I hope you are excited and that you put that bonanza oil to work as well. Okay, with your intentions and manifestations. As I mentioned, I'm going to say it again because this is going to be public for everybody that watches the video later. One other thing that you can do when you're working with conjure oils, after you use some of the oil, you might be able to fit it, but because, okay, the oil is right here. When you put the dropper inside, it goes up, right? But after using some of the oil, after using some of the, take a piece of paper, meaning you're creating some space, right? So it's not going to overflow. Take a piece of paper and write your intentions, a small piece of paper. Either intentions or an affirmation or maybe words. It could be money, abundance, peace, um, constant flow, or positivity, whatever it is that you're going to, whatever it is that you're going to write. Then you're gonna take that piece of paper. I'm trying to find a piece of paper. Okay, a tissue. It's not a tissue. Just let it be. If it's, I like using brown paper bag better, or brown paper, parchment paper better. But anyway, write your stuff. And then roll it, roll it, roll it. Well, roll it to yourself. Roll it, roll it, roll it nice and thin. Okay, roll it, roll it, roll it. Boom, 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 boom. Nice and thin as you're setting your intentions. Universe, show me how good can it get. All of this is already done. It is done. It is done. That is it. And when it's nice and roll, of course, thinner than this, but when it's nice and roll, nice and thin, you are going to insert it, introduce it in your oil. Ra, in there goes. Bloop. That those affirmations, those intentions, those words are going to infuse that oil even more. Okay? And then you know what you can use the oil for. You can anoint yourself with it. You can anoint your wallets, cash registers, etc. with it. You can dress candles with it. You can add to spiritual baths. You can add to sprays. You can add to lotions, stuff. So every time you're moisturizing your body, you're also anointing yourself with those intentions at the same time. Remember that we prefer to say the intentions in present tense, like it already happened, or actually in past tense, like giving thanks. Thank you, universe, for this $50,000. Thank you, universe, for my amazing, beautiful, loving, generous, and devoted husband. Thank you, universe, for etc., 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 etc. Okay? So that's it. Boom. Bonanza oil, ready and available. I'm working on packing those orders and sending them out this week. I would say this week because it's a lot of orders. The mermaids never disappoint. You guys had flooded my invoice with orders. So my inbox with invoices. My inbox with invoices. So I'm super grateful for y'all. I'm releasing to the general public today. So I appreciate all of you mermaids. You guys know my Patreon members, my mermaids, they have priority. So since Friday, you guys had the opportunity to order yours. So now today is gonna get released to the general public and everybody will be able to order theirs. So with that being said, I love you. Have a beautiful Monday. Beautiful, beautiful, blessed Monday. Do that exercise. What are you gonna do with your first $50,000? How are the first $50,000 getting invested? Maybe you're moving, so how much it's the moving fees, to move, deposit, first month of rent, etc., etc. How much money you got left from that 50,000? Okay, with that money that I have left, I'm going to invest here, there, boom, boom, boom. Just break it down. Break it down. It might look different for everybody, but I would love to share with y'all how y'all circulated and invested those $50,000. Okay. Don't forget the money challenge. The money challenge, it should be a challenge. So please, challenge takes effort. Sometimes you will find that resistance. Work through that resistance. Say your affirmations. It might take a sacrifice of time and space. Meaning you might have to take time to say the affirmations, take time to script, take time to light the candles. That's your sacrifice. That's part of the challenge, especially if you have not been doing these like in regularly. That's the word, regularly. So Also, doing the research. What will be my side hustle? What am I going to sell on Etsy? What am I going to sell on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace? Whatever. I have to go through my closet. I have to take whatever I'm selling. I have to take the picture, list it. All of that is the challenge. I'm applying for this second job. I'm going and sending my resume. I'm going, whatever it is. I'm registering my car so that I can do Uber Eats or GoPuff or whatever the hell you're doing. I'm airport concierge, bringing people their lost and found suitcases to their house. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go donate plasma. All of that is part of the challenge. Whatever way of hustling, of making an extra income, of having passive, or creating passive streams of income paired with the magic side, paired with the manifestation side. So it's like we're not just going to say robotic affirmations for an hour and just sit and don't do anything. Okay, I just say the affirmations. Voila. Ta-da. No, I said the affirmations and then I got nice and pretty and I went and I signed up for Fit Finder. I don't know. I got my pedicure done and I signed up for Fit Finder to make money with my feet. I don't know. I got nice and pretty and I went to 2, 3, 4 restaurants and I fill out applications for part-time server. I went and I created a video for my Instagram, my TikTok, promoting my business, actually doing some marketing, and not just wishing and hoping that I get new clients. No, I'm marketing myself. I'm out here. I'm letting you know what I got. Okay, I got Bonanza oils. I got sweet papaya spray. I got spiritual baths. Shit, you want a consultation? Book me. Okay, I'm out here. So exactly, if you're an entrepreneur, you have your business, market yourself, sell yourself. This summer, you want light those candles for new clients. Yes, set the intentions for to make an extra $1,000 a week revenue a week. But market yourself. Your job, your inspire action is to put yourself out there and market yourself so people know that you exist and that they can book you and that you have something to offer. Okay? If you have a job and you're due for a raise or promotion, then you go ahead and you do light your candles. You take your bath. You script, but then set up the meeting. Set up the meeting with your boss so you can ask for that raise and that promotion. Yeah. Script about it. Visualize about it. Say the affirmations about it, but then be about it. Okay? So it's all about action this summer. Action. Inspire action. Taking action. Putting, our... What are you doing? Putting our money where our mouth is and being proactive. Okay? Sending you guys much love, kisses, hugs, and all those beautiful things. I see you guys around. Arrivederci, etc., etc. Let me work on these orders and on all of the other stuff that I'm working on. It's a whole bunch of things, but we're getting it done. Enjoy your moon day, everybody. Let me see. I don't want to... Enjoy your moon day. Your moon day.